And welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are doing a review on this little baby. This is from a company called Llano. I think that's how you pronounce it. Might be totally wrong, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. This is the Llano S850 wireless HDMI transmitter. And it's now available, apparently. Link in the video's description below. It is compact in design. It simply requires plugging in the transmitter into your laptop, smartphone or tablet via USB Type-C connection or HDMI port. Yes, you don't have to use USB Type-C. It will work on HDMI or USB Type-C, providing the USB can transmit video, or USB Type-C can transmit video or video out. You need to make sure it does that, but otherwise use HDMI. So who is this for? This is for someone with a smartphone or tablet or USB Type-C connection or HDMI port, like say for instance PC, and you want to connect it to, say for instance, your TV. This could be perfect because it doesn't need any Bluetooth, Wi-Fi or any app. It just works straight out of the box, apparently. We haven't tried it yet. I haven't opened it, right? So whether you're streaming movies, gaming or sharing work presentations, it delivers smooth 1080p video at 60 Hz, perfectly suited for both work and entertainment. And we are going to be testing it right now, once we get it out of the box, that is. So I am going to test this on one of my TVs actually. I'm going to take it out into the kitchen, bring my big TV out into the kitchen because there's a fault on it. And this might be perfect for showing you the fault with my TV. It is normal for the product to heat up, so it does get a bit warm apparently. And it's got some demonstration pictures on it like TV, projector, iPhone, iPad, Mac, Windows. So we have a RX and a TX. Receive and transmit. Receiving kit, I'm not going to bother reading that. It does say it works straight out of the box basically. So it doesn't need any software or any other attachments. It should have everything we need for it to work. So I'm going to get everything out. This is looking at that, it looks like a HDMI connection. Let's have a look. I probably won't use this. I might need a longer cable, I might do. Yeah, it's HDMI and HDMI. Yep, HDMI. What's in there? I'm guessing USB. So we have USB Type-C connection on one end and a standard USB connection on the other. What's in here? Ah, it's an adapter. So this is a USB Type-C connection and a female USB Type-C connection on the other end. So it gives you a little extension looking at that. And the actual unit itself. Now does that, I was going to say, does that just pull off? And it does. And as I'm guessing, that is to sync them up in case it's out of sync. So that is it. So we have HDMI on that one and USB Type-C connection on that end. So that is the RX and that is the TX, USB Type-C, USB Type-C. So like a pass-through. So that should work perfectly on my phone, shouldn't it? Yeah, transmit, receive. Let's give her a little test, shall we? And see how easy it is to get it to work before I've even read the instructions. Right, so I have HDMI plugged in. I'm using their HDMI plus USB, theirs as well. This is the receiver. Now that is not a USB Type-C connection. I thought that was, but it's not. It's just for making it nice and tidy together, you know. It's holding them together like that. That's all it does. So USB Type-C connections on the side. It will need power. So you will need to plug that in. You get a blue light to say it's plugged in and it's got power. HDMI on the back. Yeah, so that's all good. Nice little blue effect there as well. See that? See, blue light, blue effect. That is ready to go. And it comes up with a display and shows you two different methods of connectivity if you need to. Now I have my phone which is actually on at the moment. And I've took it out of the case because it wasn't making a very good connection. So something to bear in mind. If you're not getting a good connection, it might not work. And I'm going to just plug in a USB Type-C connection, like so, in the bottom. Yeah, so we've got USB, USB. Give it a few seconds. Hopefully something will happen. Hopefully. Something is going to happen. It's gone blank. Hang on, get my screen back up. There you go. And voila. Now, did find out that if you press the receiver button, this button here, it will change the layout. Yeah? And then back to where we was. Well, I thought that was pretty good stuff. And yeah, I'm not sure what the other USB does. What's that say? All checks complete. Okay. Let's go to YouTube. What do you think? It is plug and play. You have to give it a few seconds for it to connect up, but it is plug and play.
Error 49. But the R5 R2 isn't the only camera getting a firmware update. This is a big firmware update. Scope.
Stop.
Cameras from the edge.
Pretty good. Now, the reason I've got this TV here is because there's some black lines that go down it. You can't see it, so what I'm going to do is look for a colour which is going to be green. Looks pretty good. Let's try blue. That looks pretty good. Might have to keep the tally now. Now, just to prove the point about USB Type-C connections, not all are equal. So you might have a new tablet or something else. It might not have video out, and I'm going to give you a little demonstration. So video out, plugged in, yeah, it's running, as you can see. Pause it, paused. Now I've got the same video running on my tablet. I'll plug that in, USB Type-C connection, and voila, doesn't work. Give it a few seconds for it to find a connection, and it's found a connection. And it will just hang, nothing will happen, because this tablet here does not do video out on the USB Type-C connection. See, let me pause that, paused, play, nothing. Pause it again, unplug that, plug it into here. Let's get this video back up and running, give it a few seconds for it to sort itself out. And voila, she's up and running again. So something to bear in mind, if you plug it in, you give it a couple of minutes and it's still not working, it might be purely for the fact you don't have a USB Type-C connection for your output or for your video output. So you need to bear that in mind. But as you can see, it works for me. Can't stop it now. Come on, stop. Go back. And voila, close her. Job done. Yeah, straight out of the box. But not suitable for everyone. Now it should work exactly the same whether you're using a laptop or an Apple. Providing they've got USB Type-C connection output, they should just work. Very easy. I do like the idea of got a little handle on it as well. So I'm going to unplug that, plug that, unplug that, and then plug that into there, and voila. Nice and neat. I'm going to quickly show you how easy it is to do or connect. So we want HDMI, like so. We need power on this one. So USB Type-C, connection on the back of this. Give it a few seconds for that to connect to that. Let's come up with that. So that's connected, showing it's that. And then we need that to connect to that. And voila, we're there. We need it to actually show on there. And voila, there you go. Very easy. Going to have a little play about it. And then I'm going to tell you what I think about it. But so far, so good. Now if I turned that TV sideways, that'd look very impressive, wouldn't it? Well, now this one, this switch here, in case you're wondering, it does a couple of different things apparently. One being it, you know, pairs up to this one if you lose connection for whatever reason or it needs repairing. You need to hold these buttons in. You need to hold that one in for a long time, and it will come up on the screen. Oh, I'm in pairing mode, and then I believe you need to hold that one in. So I'll plug it again. But you get the idea. Right, so I've been playing about with it and I'm trying it out on different things. Now, it does say it does up to 50 metres with line of sight. So if you want to go through walls or something like that, it might not work, but it might do. Depends on your structure, I suppose. Now I did try and see if I could connect it to my Virgin TV box, but the problem with that is my Virgin TV box doesn't have USB Type C output for video or even audio. It doesn't have a USB Type C whatsoever, so I couldn't actually use that because that's the receiver. A transmitter needs a USB Type C connection, and like I said, my Virgin TV box, which is over there, doesn't have that, and I thought, oh, that's a shame. Would have been nice to be able to connect that and then transmit it to, say for instance, another TV or my projector. Yeah, that would have been really cool if it could do that, but it can't. Apart from that, it's brilliant. Yeah, love it. If you're looking for something that's pocket size, ready to go without any software, nothing to download, just plug and play, this could be perfect. And it's easy to carry. If you need to go somewhere and connect it to something else, say for instance, you know, you're doing a presentation, this could be the baby, because you can plug it in, say, to a projector, and away you go. Make sure you've got USB Type C connection for power as well, because it might need power. Also, you don't need both units. You can actually do a mirroring just by using the receiver. This little baby. Finally got HDMI connection. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh, this one. Receiver. That's transmitter. Receiver. So with that, as always, linked in the video description below. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing, clicking on the bell for notifications, and giving this video the thumbs up. Thanks very much for watching. Ching ching.